Se vogliamo prendere posto perché siamo già...
Will you please take a seat because we are already being broadcast in streaming. Hashim Sarkis,
Curator of the 17th Mostra Internazionale di Architettura della Biennale di Venezia. Bravo.
Thank you very much.
As this is the first public ceremony I take part as a president, I introduce myself. I'm Roberto Cicutto, the president of the Venice Biennale. Welcome, everybody.
Official ceremony for Architettura. Everybody knows that we didn't do it last year, but I have to thank Hashim Sarkis for many, many reasons, for being with us from the first minute until the last, and to be the most successful curator ever for a Mostra di Architettura since up today. So this is an incredible result. We had 16% more visitors than the last pre-COVID Mostra in 2018. So bravo. It's a busy ceremony. We have lots of awards, and which is important because the work which has been done is incredible, not only for the quality of the installations, but particularly for how was hard for many people to join Italy, to travel, and to be with us. And they did it, and we have been able to open the day we were supposed to do it, May the 22nd. The reason why we did the ceremony that time is because most of the jury members, international jury members, couldn't travel. So I thank them very much for being with us and to have been able to face all the difficulties to do your incredible job. Thank you for being here. Before the awards, the Lions, we have a very special one. This lion is at memoriam because a great Italian-Brazilian architect has been present in this Mostra di Architettura, and Sarkis had the idea to make a proposal to give her the Golden Lion, and the person, the artist, the architect is Lina Bo Bardi, and we are very happy to deliver this special Golden Lion. So I would like Hashim to tell us the reason of his choice before calling the people who will receive this award.
Thank you very much, Roberto. And Roberto, thank you very much for your guidance and leadership from day one throughout these, what can one call them, special times. You have been very wise in guiding us through the period of postponement and very courageous in guiding us to the period of opening. And both decisions have been, as you proved with the numbers, very successful. So thank you very much, Roberto.
And thank you to the team of La Biennale that with us has worked hard.
Why Lina Bo Bardi? The English poet John Keats once famously said, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." His by now maxim, his recognition of the everlasting impact of beauty, does also encourage us to recognize those who make beautiful things, even if it is past their lifetimes. After all, what is a human life in front of the eternal impact that beauty has on humanity? And if there's one architect who most fittingly exudes joy beyond her lifetime, one architect who embodies fully the theme of the Biennale Architettura 2021, how will we live together? It is Lina Bobarti. Her career as a designer, editor, curator, and activist reminds us of the broader agency of the architect as a generalist, as a convener, and importantly, as the builder of collective visions. Lina Bo Bardi also exemplifies the perseverance of the architect. In her case, perseverance in difficult times, whether wars, political strife, or immigration, and her ability to remain creative, generous, and optimistic throughout. Above all, it is Lina Bo Bardi's joyful buildings that stand out in the way that they bring architecture, nature, living, and community together. In her hands, architecture becomes truly a convening social art. The Special Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement is a long overdue recognition for an illustrious career straddling between Italy and Brazil, for enlivening the role of the architect as enabler of society, and for a woman who simply represents the architect at her best. But this recognition takes hard work, and it is really thanks to the recent efforts of many historians, museums, and archives who have opened our eyes wider. And above all, thanks to the excellent efforts of the Lina Bo Bardi Foundation, that the work of our Golden Lioness and its beauty can be shared with the world. And more than ever before, this world needs joy. It needs beauty. Thank you, Lina.
I invite to join us on the stage Sol Camacho, Cultural Director, Istituto Bo Bardi.
It is an absolute privilege to accept the Leone Speciale d'Oro for architect Lina Bo Bardi on the behalf of Istituto Bardi. Tante grazie alla Biennale di Venezia, President Cicutto, all the organization, the board of directors, for providing the most important venue for architecture conversation today. And thank you, Curator Hashim Sarkis, for presenting the context for thinking around the most urgent matters of living together as diverse human beings, among other beings, in an environmentally challenging times. Your brave question needs bold answers from design practitioners, cultural and community leaders. Architect Lina Bo Bardi, critical and strong spirit, created some of the best answers to this, as you said. Always caring for the least culturally represented, consistently aware on the importance of diversity in art and architecture. Lina Bo Bardi was able to politically articulate and turn into design, not without effort, places that to this day bring together people from all the walks of life. The receipt of this prize reaffirms the responsibility that we have at Istituto Bardi to transmit the importance of her lifelong work. We need to provoke meaningful discourse about the role of the built environment and enable actions of resistance in today's fragile cultural and environmental context in Brazil. Lina Bo Bardi's buildings and archival material can guide us through this. The awarding of the Leone in Memoriam is a reason to celebrate, both in Italy and Brazil, both her countries. It's a reason to celebrate by Istituto Bardi, by her formal professional collaborators, by international scholars, by her work, and especially visitors and users of her buildings. We thank again La Biennale di Venezia for its vision in recognizing today the generous and multi-talented woman that has touched so many lives and continues to do so for generations to come. Muitíssimo obrigada. Thank you. Grazie mille.
cosa più difficile è dirigere.
The most difficult thing is guiding the traffic on stage. We have come to the participants of the national representations and the participants to the international exhibition. I want to thank the Minister for Culture, Dario Franceschini, for being with us, for the awarding of the Golden Lion to the national winner, to the international national winner.
The wonderful Kazuyo Sejima, President of the Jury, please. From Japan. Sandra, Barclay from Peru. Lamia, Joreige from Lebanon. Lesley, Lokko from Ghana, Scozia. Luca, Molinari, Italia. Ok, io annuncio i premi, poi ci sarà la motivazione letta dai giurati.
And then the motivation will be read by the jury member. Special mention for a participant in the international exhibition How Will We Live Together to Cave Bureau, Karanje Kabaege, Stella Mutegi, Anthropocene Museum, Exhibit 3.0, Obsidian Rain, Central Pavilion, Giardini. We are connected through Zoom with the two architects of the studio. Can we please connect with them? Here they are. Let us read the motivation. Luca Molinari will read the motivation.
Of one of the man's oldest living environments.
Something, we are listening to you.
Yes, from Nairobi, Kenya. Hello, habari, ciao. We would like to express our deepest gratitude to the Biennale, the entire team, the jurors, the curator, Hashim Sakis, for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
It's done for you. You want to say anything?
Oh, thank you very much. Though we've understood a bit of the Italian, I'm not sure what was said, but all the same, thank you very much.
Thanks you. Menzione speciale alle partecipazioni nazionali filippine.
Special mention for national participations to Philippines, structures of mutual support, pavilion et artiglierie, Arsenale. We have here today with us Alexander Eriksson Forurunes, curator, and Sudarshan Varsoviak Ta Jr., curator. I invite you on stage. I would invite Lamia Joreige to read the motivation.
Community project that creates a rich archive and experience of collaborative construction practices.
Okay. Presidente, consegna la...
The president of the jury is awarding you the mention. It is just a virtual one. You will receive a physical one later on.
The jury, the Biennale, and also Hashim, for really recognizing that Biennale and Dugnad can be real alternatives to how we can live together. The way we live is really also the way we build, so this is important to us.
We accept this award also on behalf of our collaborators, the GK Enchanted Farm community in Bulacan. And we would like to thank our commissioners, the NCCA, DFA, and Congresswoman Ligarda, as well as the PAVB for supporting and trusting the vision for an alternative way we can live together. Mula sa puso, para sa bayan. Salamat.
Thank you.
Menzione speciale.
Special mention for national participations to Russia. Title of the exhibition, Open, Pavilion at Giardini. We have today here with us Teresa Iarocci Mavica, Ippolito Pestellini Laparelli, curator, Alexandra Kovaleva, Studio Casa, Kei Sato, Studio Casa, Vladimir Nadein, Cinema Program Curator of the Pavilion. The motivation?
By Sandra Barclay.
For a sensitive and careful architectural renovation of a historical pavilion at the Giardini that opens it to its immediate surroundings and to the future.
Dear Mr. President, dear members of the jury, thank you very much. I'm Commissioner of the Russian Pavilion, and on behalf of the huge team I've been working with, thank you very much for this privilege. It's an honor. Thank you. Do you want to say something, maybe?
Yeah, let me have one moment to thank the huge team that actually worked with us, the curatorial team, Erika Petrillo, Giacomo Ardesio, Vladimir Daniel, who's here present, Elisa Dorer, and Dasha Nazonova. Thank you, Casa Architects, for having inspired a project of transformation based on care, inclusivity, and openness. And thank you for the over 60 participants that shared this journey of 2 years with us.
Thank you. I want to thank the Ministry of Culture of Russian Federation for believing and for trusting in this project, and Mr. Mikason for making it possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Un premio molto importante.
A very important award. In all its disciplines, Biennale always recognizes the importance of young artists who appear on the international scene for the first time. And we do this for architecture as well. Silver Lion for a promising young participant in the international exhibition, How Will We Live Together, to Foundation for Achieving Seamless Territory, FAST, watermelon, sardines, crabs, sands and sediments, border ecologies, and the Gaza Strip, Central Pavilion, Giardini. He's not here, but we connect with the principal of the foundation, Malkit Soshan. We also have Amir Kudai, Sandra Kasena, and Bruce Scheinman. And you would invite Lesley, Lokko to read the motivation.
For a daring proposal that invites us to think about divided histories, agricultural practices, rituals of daily life, and the realities of settlement and occupation. Thank you.
You can show the golden lion. You can This is for you. We are listening to you.
Okay, so, wow, thank you very much. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm here with Amir Kudaya. The rest of the team couldn't join us, so maybe Amir can say hi. Maybe he will come later. I have a brief note. I will try to be very brief. So I'm very grateful for the Biennale and the jury for this recognition, the recognition of the project and its urgency. You know, FAST works at the intersection of architecture, spatial design, and activism, and it requires a lot of perseverance and courage. And Border Ecologies and the Gaza Strip, the project that we currently present at the Venice Biennale, is done in solidarity with Gazans that have been subjected to continuous violence over the past century and are under ongoing land, air, and sea blockade by Israel and Egypt since 2007. The project traces and highlights stories from the daily life of the Kudaya family and their farm that is located in one of the most militarized borders between Israel and Gaza. The small community of farmers survive against all odds by nurturing a strong relationship with the land, with animals, with insects, and by having robust community ties. I'm super grateful for Amir Kudaya and his family for a beautiful and generous collaboration over the past couple of years, and I'm especially thankful for their beautiful spirit, their care, their hope, and their genuine desire for peace and prosperity. I'll try to keep it brief. Their spirit shaped the project and shaped our collaboration and give us hope. I'd like to thank to Nadia Asfour for her initial support in this project. I'd like to thank Sandra Kassenar for working with us on the graphics, for Andrew Scheiman for helping us with the edits, with the text edits, to Yael Berda for wise advice and wise words along the process, to the Tilbruch Textile Museum for helping us weaving a pretty tablecloth. And last but not least, I'd like to thank very much the Netherlands Creative Industries Fund for their continuous generous support, which allow FAST to allocate the time and resources needed for projects that have public and collective values that goes beyond private interest and corporate investment. So thank you for all our support networks, and maybe Emil can say a few words. I don't know if
yes.
You're with us.
No, can you hear me? Is it good?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Marquette. And I would like to say thank you for the recognition and support. We are inhabiting a very difficult reality, and it's good to have this short moment of solidarity. We hope we will live. We will have the opportunity to experience a different life soon. Thank you.
Thank you. E siamo al Leone d'Oro per il miglior partecipante.
Golden Lion for the best participant in the international exhibition How Will We Live Together. The Golden Lion goes to Raum Labor Berlin, Andrea Hoffmann, Axel Tim, Benjamin Forster, Baldenius, Christoph Mayer, Florian Stirnemann, Francesco Apuzzo, Frauke Köstenberg, Jan Liesengang, Markus Bader, instances of urban practice at the Corderie of the Arsenale. We have here Florian Stinnemann, Frauke Gestenberg, Benjamin Förster-Baldenius, and Markus Bada. We also have connected with us on Zoom we also have connected with us Andrea Hoffmann, Axel Thiem, Christoph Meyer, Francesco Apuzzo, Jan Liesengang, Claire Motais, Luca Murovic and Miriam Cassens. Una festa praticamente.
Read the motivation.
For an inspiring collaborative approach that argues for participation, regeneration and collective responsibility, resulting in 2 projects that are model for imaginative civic revitalization.
Consegna il Leone d'Oro il Presidente.
The Golden Lion is awarded by the President of the Biennale.
When Markus got the phone call yesterday, he was on the bicycle riding through Berlin. Then he called me, I was digging a hole in my garden, and then he called the others. I don't even know what they did, but I think Frauke wanted to go bowling, and then we decided to meet all at Markus' place and pack our things, and thanks to Francesca, we are here now. Super good. Thank you very much for having us and for this honor. We are a collective, as you can see. We are more than just the people on the stage. And we are more used to get the second prize, I have to admit. Which is usually the prize for the most experimental, most empathic, but not super realistic proposal. This is the situation that we've got used to. And we are super glad that with this prize we could show that through the 2 projects that we are presenting in the exhibition, that even experimental and empathic approaches can be realistic. So I also have a list of people. Some of them you can see here on the screen. So thank you, Mr. President, to already say all the names of the members of Raumlabor. And we also heard most of the people of the team that made it possible to have the installation in the exhibition. But the 2 projects that we are presenting in there are a lot bigger than that. So the Haus der Statistik is a collaboration between the city of Berlin, the district of Mitte, the public housing company, the Senate of Berlin, and the initiative Haus der Statistik, which was originally an initiative of artists, architects, and social activists and institutions that are now working together. And we are just a tiny little part in it, I think. Maybe not so unimportant, but we are giving our best. And Floating University was a project that we kind of kick-started in the beginning, but very soon became a project that is a collaboration between neighbors, more than 20 universities, and many people, artists and people from the city of Berlin, but also outside Berlin, that fell in love with the place and the idea of a nature culture place that is an extraordinary location for new learning approaches, and it's now run by an association with about 50 members. So thank you everybody who is or was or will be part of these projects, and we invite you all to Berlin. Both projects are there. You can come and visit them and see what we're doing there. Just, you know, take a train and come to Berlin. Thank you.
We are now to the final award, Golden Lion for the best national participation. I invite Minister Franceschini to join me here on stage. He will give the award. So Golden Lion for the best national participation goes to United Arab Emirates. The title of the exhibition is Wetland, Pavilion at Sale d'Armi, Arsenale. We have here Vael Alavar, the curator, Ravan Al-Ramai, internship coordinator, Emanuela Semiani, Venice coordinator, Aisha Al-Salawi, intern. I would invite the president of the jury, Sejima, to read the motivation.
So, motivation. For a bold experiment which encourages us to think about the relationship between waste and production at both the local and global scales, and opens to new construction possibilities between craft and high technology.
Make this very quick. You know, thank you, the Minister of Culture, President. Thank you, jury, for believing in our project. Thank you, Hashim, for also believing in our project. I'll run through thank yous because it is a collective effort. I'm standing here today accepting the award on behalf of a truly collective effort. I would just take a minute to congratulate everyone. First, I would like to extend my thanks and congratulations to our Commissioner and Her Highness Sheikha Maryam, Chairwoman of the Salama bint Hamdan Al Nahyan Foundation. Congratulations to the Ministry of Culture and Youth and Her Excellency Noor Al-Kaabi. Congratulations to the National Pavilion of the UAE and their director, Layla bin Brek. I would also like to congratulate them on their 10th participation at the Venice Biennale. I would also like to thank and congratulate my co-curator, Kenichi Teramoto, Also, a huge congratulations to my design firm YY and my partner Kazuma Yamao. I would also like to congratulate Farah Al-Qasimi for her fantastic photos, Sarah Shahab for the amazing branding of Wetland, and to Ahmad and Rashid bin Shabib for co-editing and writing the publication. And also many thanks to NYU Abu Dhabi for their research and Dr. Kemal Chelik. Thanks to the American University of Sharjah and Dr. Lucia. Thank you to the University of Tokyo and two laboratories, Obuchi Laboratory and Sato Laboratory. Thank you, Professor Sato Sensei and Obuchi Sensei. I would also like to thank and congratulate all the students that have worked tirelessly on this project for 3 years. The last 2 years and pandemic have challenged us all in many different ways. Today, I am not going to talk about the unfortunate and difficult events, but rather focus on the positive outcome, especially the chance to collaborate and exchange ideas with fellow curators of 52 national pavilions through the Curators Collective. I would also like to congratulate them with me on this award. We have shown the world how we can truly all live together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Grazie, signor Ministro.
Thank you, Minister. I thank the international jury. We have completed our ceremony. The ceremony is over, but the Biennale continues in
cinematografica will open with the first movie. The receiving and delivering lions is always a great emotion. There is a big difference on what we're going to see in few days during the film festival, because here nobody has thanked the mama, the papa, the wife, the daughter, and the team, and I think that this is the big difference between art, architecture and cinema. But I also remind you, vi ricordo anche che il 17 settembre si apre un altro importante.
I remember to you that on the 17th of September we will have another very important festival for the Biennale, the music festival. We have here with us the director, Lucia Ronchetti, and we can certainly say that 2021 has shown the capacity of reaction of this institution, also facing a very difficult situation. Thanks to the support of the ministry and of the different institutions, both in Italy and in the world, we thank the Biennale team that has worked hard and never said no to any challenge. I want to thank everyone.
The Biennale Exhibitions and Festival. Grazie ancora. La comunicazione più importante.
There is a cocktail upstairs.